ahead and show you how to create a new document in Photoshop. Please go ahead and have a paper and pencil or pen handy so you can make sure that you jot down some of the settings we'll be talking about so that you can refer to them later. Obviously, we will go to Create New. Once we click on Create New, this new document window will open up for us. Okay, as you can see at the top, Photoshop gives us preset document sizes that are already set up for us. Unless we want to create a custom file size, we can find our document sizes already here. We will mostly be working throughout the semester with print and web. I'll go to print and I'll see some presets already showing up at the top of my window. But if I wanted to see more options, I click on View All Presets. The main important one and most standard that we all know about is the A4. The A4 is the computer paper, the printer paper that you see coming out of the printer. So this is your standard file size, and then another one you need to know is A5 and A3. The A5 is half of an A4, and the A3 is double the A4. So these are our three most common paper sizes that we'll be using. Once I select my paper size, here I have my A4, I want to go to my preset details, and here is where you'll need to jot down some notes. The first thing that I want to choose is my units. Photoshop's already chosen millimeters for me. I prefer to use centimeters. It's a smaller number and easier to work with. Other options that you have are pixels. Pixels is what we use to work whenever we are working with web. Inches is something that isn't a unit that we use if we were living, for example, in the US. But for our purpose, we will stick to centimeters and millimeters. And whenever we want to work with web dimensions, we'll work with pixels. So here we have our centimeters set. The next thing we'll want to choose is our orientation. This is vertical or portrait, and this is horizontal or landscape. For today, we'll stick with vertical. The most important option that we're going to use, and a setting which we have to pay very close attention to, is resolution. Anytime we're working with print, we want to make sure it's at 300 dpi. Okay, 300 dpi. This dpi stands for pixels per inch. Okay, so this means that I have 300 pixels per inch, which means that it's this much information in this certain amount of area. If I want to work with web, I would choose 72. These are the two numbers that you need to know. Make sure that you have the right one selected, because if you choose a low resolution for a print project, your image is going to be very small. And whenever you try to go print it, it's going to come out pixelated. There's nothing you can do about that. You'll have to redo the whole project all over again. So make sure that you have 300 resolution, 300 dpi selected for print, and 72 dpi selected for web. Then we have the color mode, RGB for web, and CMYK for print. RGB stands for red, green, and blue, and CMYK stands for cyan, magenta, yellow, and black. This is a printing process. These are the spot colors that printers use to create colors. So whenever we're working on a print project, we will always select CMYK. Then we have our white background, or we can choose black, transparent, or a custom color. These you don't need to occupy yourself with. We press create, and here we have our new document.